Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. New national minimum wage ready, awaiting legislative action, President Tinubu says. Shettima urged resident doctors to stay back and salvage health sector. Kwara State gets new federal science and technical college. Federal government inaugurates audience measurement initiative for media. Kwara State government sensitizes students against social vices. IGP cautions against violent protests, disruption of critical infrastructure. ICC Nigeria partners NBA on arbitration summit. APC tackles Atiku, PDP over Tinubu's criticism. Ogun creates special court for court cases and on sport. Sodje wants Finidi sacked over World Cup setback. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has revealed that a consensus has been reached on the long-debated new minimum wage between the federal government and the organized labor. In his national broadcast to mark the 2024 Democracy Day in Abuja on Wednesday, Tinubu revealed that an executive bill will soon be sent to the National Assembly to formalize the new minimum wage agreement. Vice President Shettima has appealed to resident doctors to stay and join hands with President Bola Tinubu's administration in the ongoing efforts to salvage the nation, particularly the health sector. The spokesperson of the Vice President, Stanley Nwakocha, in a statement on Wednesday, said Shettima made the appeal when he granted audience to the National Executive Committee of the Nigerian Medical Association. The Vice President also implored the doctors to resist the temptation of absconding without flashing a ray of hope. The Kwara State government has officially handed over GSS Kwara to federal government as the site for new federal science and technical college in Kwara, Baritin local government on Tuesday. Representing the Minister of Education, Dr. Mrs. Stella Robe Uloma, the Deputy Director of Technology and Science Education Department at the Federal Ministry of Education, disclosed that the new college is part of the government's plan to improve access to technical and vocational education in Nigeria, while highlighting Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak's commitment to its success. She called for continued collaboration with Kwara State government, including provision of additional facilities like security, laboratories, and workshops to enhance the learning environment. Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, ably represented by the Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development, Ajia Sadatu Madibo Kawu, in her address, acknowledged the importance of science and technology in the society, while stating that the establishment of the college is crucial in Nigeria for national development.
A visionary and committed leader who has done so much in the education sector. So it's not surprising that this is coming on board, and the first in Kwara North Senatorial District. So everyone is excited. And I'm going to assure this community that by the grace of the God Almighty, we are still going to do much more in this community. We are going to provide them with a laboratory and also 2 blocks of classrooms by the grace of God. So I want to implore the community to take ownership of all the facilities that we have in this school, and to also safeguard everything here, and also to bring their children from the neighboring communities so that this project will be viable. Thank you so much.
She affirmed that the school will equip its students with much needed scientific, technical, and vocational education to drive innovation and progress in various sectors. While speaking, the Speaker of Kwara State House of Assembly, Right Engineer Yakubu Saliu Danladi, expressed gratitude to both the state governor and the Federal Ministry of Education for their foresight in prioritizing education, especially in the area of science and technology.
We thank God Almighty of seeing today, 11th June. History has been made today, 11th June 2024, in Kwara State. This is the first federal science and technical college in the state. And by His grace, where the world is going to, our children, the technological aspect will be improved. And sincerely, on behalf of people of Barutin Local Government, Kwara North Senatorial District, we have to thank His Excellency, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our Governor, Malam Abdurrahman Abdrazak, of doing wonders in the education sector. The State Ministry of Education also, we have to thank them for cooperating with the Federal Ministry of Education. Without them, we will have not achieved this.
Emir of Gwanara, His Royal Highness Dr. Idris Sabi Abdullahi, Emir of Okuta Alhaji Idris Abubakar, and Professor Alidu Abubakar appreciated the government both at state and federal level for finding their region worthy, while promising to use all the resources to promote the college vision and mission. The event was attended by the Kwara State House Assembly member representing Okuta Yashikira constituency and Chairman House Committee on Education, Honorable Mohammed Baba Saliu, House of Assembly member representing Omuko constituency, Honorable AJF Salaudin, member representing Patigi constituency, Honorable Mohammed Karim Musa, and member representing Langwa Ejidongari constituency, Honorable Abdurrahim Medina. Others are Estate Governor on Fulani Affairs, Aja Yusuf Aishat, Commissioner 2, Aja Jamila Adamu, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development, Mrs. Rebecca Bake, among others. The federal government has introduced the audience measurement system to improve the country's media industry. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, speaking at the recent unveiling in Abuja, highlighted the substantial economic potential of the AMS, underscoring its capacity to strengthen advertising investment through reliable data. Idris explained that this was expected to fuel growth for media channels that effectively engage their audiences. The Kwara State government has cautioned students in tertiary institutions against engaging in social vices such as cybercrime, drug abuse, cultism, sexual abuse, and examination malpractices. The warning was given at a stakeholders dialogue held on Tuesday, where Professor Mary G. Fajoyomi delivered a keynote address on stemming the tide of social vices among students, a panacea for positive growth. She admonished the students of peer group influence, social media usage, and shunned acts of examination malpractices.
I'm Professor Mary Grace Fajoyomi.
Can you tell us brief about your lectures? Just brief about the lectures.
Well, I've been asked to present the keynote address of this dialogue that we are having with stakeholders concerning the social vices among students in tertiary institutions.
Your message to students?
My message to them is that they need to know who they are, what they want in life, and they need to be very careful about peer group influence and the manner in which they use their social media, and shun acts of, exam malpractice. If they go into the school and, start to read on time, there will be no need for them to involve themselves in examination malpractice, no matter the enticement.
Representing Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Dr. Mrs. Mary Aride, urged students to make good choices and avoid engaging in social vices that can jeopardize their future. The program aimed to provide students with a fresh perspective on the dangers associated with these activities. As a student, Honorable Abdulwasiu Onidugbe and General Manager COSIP, Dr. Wasiu Tajidini, emphasized the importance of being good ambassadors and making positive choices. The dialogue also featured a panel session where the panelists discussed the topic extensively and did justice to it. However, the participants expressed gratitude to the state government for a sensitization program while promising to apply the lessons learned to their daily lives. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has warned against violent protests on Democracy Day. Egbetokun said the warning was due to recent moves by some groups mobilizing for a mass protest nationwide. He reiterated that the right of citizens to protest is a right to peaceful protest only. The International Chamber of Commerce Nigeria, in collaboration with the Nigerian Bar Association, has announced the inaugural ICC Nigeria arbitration days. According to a statement on Tuesday, the event has been scheduled to hold in July in Victoria Island, Lagos. It added that the event, which has been filmed, announcing the prospect of arbitration and ADR in emerging international arbitrations ops, will mark a significant milestone in the field of international arbitration and alternative dispute resolution. The ruling All Progressives Congress has faulted former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and his People Democratic Party for blaming President Bola Tinubu for current economic hardship in the country. In a two separate statement issued in Abuja to commemorate Nigeria's Democracy Day, both Atiku and PDP slammed Tinubu for the hyperinflation rocking the economy, warning that the reaction of hungry people is better imagined. However, the APC insisted that the reforms such as the implementation of fuel subsidy removal and floating naira were necessary to salvage the country from total collapse. The Ogun state government has created a special court solely established to try court-related cases in the state. Commissioner of Police Abiodun Alamutu disclosed this on Tuesday during a security summit organized by the state chapter of the National Association of Nigerian Students and the National Association of Ogun State Students. Alamutu, who lauded the move of the state government, said the step would not only help reduce the burden on regular courts, but also help security agencies in the fight against the menace of courtism in the state. The last on the news is sport. Former Super Eagles defender Sam Sodje has called for the sack of Finidi George for the senior national woeful performance in the last two World Cup qualifying tie with South Africa and Benin Republic. Sodje said his results are yardstick to measure coaches. Finidi has fallen short of the expectations in the two competitive games he has played so far as the national team's handler. And that'll be all on Justeventonline news at 9. Here's a recap of the story. New national minimum wage ready, awaiting legislative action, Tinubu says. Shettima urged resident doctors to stay back to salvage health sector. Kwara State gets new federal science and technical college. Federal government inaugurates audience measurement initiative for media. Kwara State government sensitizes students against social vices. IGP cautions against violent protest, disruption of critical infrastructure. ICC Nigeria partners NBA on arbitration summit. APC tackles Atiku, PDP over Tinubu's criticism. Ogun creates special court for court cases. And on sport, Sodje wants Finidi sacked over World Cup setback. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News. In every trying moment, always find the ability to keep the situation under control with good strength. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com and to read more updates. Follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Anifat Ismail. Good night.